just a few minutes later, you can see how it's thickened up. It's still watery for my liking, and that's one reason why my mom uses canned milk, evaporated milk, because it thickens up a little easier, just because the viscosity of that milk is thicker. So if it's too thin for you, you can let it reduce here on the stove. You're going to have to really make sure and stir it. And it's probably not going to take very long for it to get thicker, like the thickness that you like. If you like it a little thinner, then go for it. But if you like it a little thicker, which most people do, then you can let it reduce. One thing, a quick fix you can also do is get a little flour and water until it's like the consistency of, this wasn't boiling so fast, I would just go ahead and show you. It's like a watery paste. You can add that into it and it'll thicken it up too. So you're making, that's the other way to make a roux is with water. Like you could thicken soups that way. A lot of times people do like chicken broth and flour and they'll thicken it that way. But this is coming along pretty nicely. It's looking a little better. One thing I forgot to tell you is you'll want to do salt and pepper to taste. So you'll want to season it too. But yeah, you just let it, so we're boiling out the moisture in the milk, hoping to get thicker gravy. And so it may take a little bit, but we're on our way. So basically you just do this until you get the consistency that you like, or if you feel like it's not happening, I'll show you the consistency of the water and the flour. And if you do that, just add it slowly. Don't add it all at one time. So I would say like a couple tablespoons, I don't know, 3 or 4 tablespoons of flour, and then put enough water where it's like a runny paste. And so you'll want to add that slowly, because if you add it all at once and get it too thick, you can't unthicken it. So it's kind of like with this, it's less is more. Like you can always add more, but you can't take it out, as with anything in cooking. But this is getting about right where I want it, because it's gonna thicken as it cools too. So it's something that you want to think about. This is about right for how I like it anyway. I find if it's like too thick, then it's not, I don't really like it too thick. But if you want it thicker than this, I would do the flour and water, or just keep stirring. It may take a few more minutes of stirring to get it to where you want it. But it's pretty simple. You just gotta kind of watch it. The thing that you want to watch for is scalding, so that's why, like with my spatula, I'm getting down to the bottom, and I'm scraping the bottom, I'm scraping the sides, so that nothing's on there too long. And you can see it's already thickened up quite a bit since I even started the video. I'm getting there. But yeah, it will thicken up as it cools. And so if you have some left over and you want to eat it as leftovers and it's a little too thick, you can thin it out with water. Like when it's cold, just put some water in it and stir and incorporate the water, and it'll thin it out. So it doesn't feel like you're reheating cement. But yeah, that's about the consistency that we want. So as it boils, it'll thicken up too. And as long as you're stirring, it should be fine. So taste it, see how it tastes. If it needs more salt and pepper, add that. Sometimes, my parents are from Arizona and they really like green chili, so sometimes my mom will add green chili to this. It gives it such a good flavor. You can find green chilies canned at the store, and you can find mild ones if you're not a fan of spice. Here is our sausage gravy.